Good evening, Mahalakshmi. How are you?
Good evening, Divyan. I'm so great. I'm on cloud nine after meeting you.
That's really sweet. Thank you. So should we start our conversation today? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Lovely. So why don't you tell me how your week has been? Today's Friday. We have a weekend coming up. I'm sure you have some crazy plans with your friends.
Now I am in my native place. I'll be going to my matrimonial house this Sunday. So every day
Mm-hmm.
is holiday for us now. This
You're on a
week
vacation
we
at the
don't have
moment.
any plan. Is next week probably we may go out and we'll discuss it later. We'll have a plan together, then we'll execute it. Maybe next weekend.
Okay. Okay. So are you planning to do like a small dinner plan, or is it like a vacation where you go with your family to like you rent a house somewhere in a different city?
For vacation, are you asking?
Yes. What are the plans for the vacation? Yes.
Yeah, it's been over, right? Up to this weekend, it was
Oh,
just.
you're saying this was the vacation.
Yes, it's my vacation, right? I'm in my native
Okay.
place. Before
No,
coming,
no. I thought you meant next week. We are right now. I'm in my village or wherever I'm from, my native city or village, and next week I will make plans for the vacation with my family. That's what you meant.
yes, I'm not getting you. Actually, what was your question?
My question was, do you have any plans for vacations? And then you said that you are in your native city or village, and this is your vacation. But
Yes,
then after that, you said next week I will make a vacation plan with my family.
not vacation plan, weekend plan.
Weekend plan. Okay.
Yes.
So basically, next week when you meet your family, the whole week you'll be working, and then the weekend you will relax with them.
Yes, probably we are going to meet his friends after 1 month or 1.5 months gap. So they may plan for a trip or from get together. So next weekend probably we'll meet everyone.
Okay, lovely. That sounds good. What about this weekend? I know you're in your, is it a village or a city?
It's a village.
Okay, so in the village, what are some activities you can do on the weekends with people, with your family members or with your neighbors, whoever?
Here, the main job is agriculture and cattle feeding. So every day is considered as working day for them. So we can't find them taking rest on Sundays or Saturdays. Even on Sundays, they have to do their work. They have to do their routines. So somehow we have a habit of going to temple every day. So at 8 o'clock every night, we can meet everyone. We can discuss something. We can have a chit chat there. That is the routine
Okay.
we are following here.
I never thought of that. That's a good perspective that you've put into, like, there's a good idea that you've put in my mind because they don't have like a corporate system in villages where they're only busy with, farming or whether it's crops or cattle, whatever farming. They don't have a concept of a weekend or like
Yes,
2 days off every day because they have to do the maintenance, they have to follow the schedule
yes,
throughout the year.
certainly. Because
Wow.
cow, see, they have to get the milk from the cow every day, twice a day. They don't even go anywhere, stay somewhere for 2 or 3 days, even a single day. For they have to do some replacement for that.
Wow.
So yes, that's it is actually flooded. What to say? It's in their blood. Yeah, it's in their blood. It's in our blood. We don't keep our cattle without anything. So we have to make some arrangements if we need to go anywhere. If we need to stay anywhere.
Right. So if you are not available on the farm to take care of the cattle, feed them, milk them, whatever the maintenance is, you have to hire somebody to help you with that work. Like when you're gone, they have to make sure that all those things are done on time.
We don't need to hire someone. We can ask from our neighbors. We can ask our surrounding people. We can ask our relatives. If we hire someone means, see, we may go once in a blue moon to somewhere. For that, we cannot hire someone. We cannot afford the cost for them. So we can
Right.
have a request with our neighbor and we
Okay.
should be ready to help them also.
Right. So you can say, instead of saying have a request, say you can ask them for a favor.
Ask,
And when when they make a plan to go out of town for whatever reason, then we return the favor.
Yes.
Can you say that, please?
Could you repeat it?
You can say if we have plans to leave the house or leave the village, then we'll have to ask our neighbors. We have to ask our neighbors for the favor. And
Okay.
when they leave, we can return the favor.
Okay. If we want to go outside for our work, we can ask the favor from them, and when there is a need, we have to return the favor to them.
Ask for a favor
Ask,
and return the favor.
okay. Ask for a favor and return the favor.
Yes, lovely. Awesome. So I remember last time when we spoke, I told you to go online and find some passages for your tenses errors that you had, right?
Yes.
Have you had the chance to do that?
No, I was doing some sequence from from after getting up from the bed. So I have written something on my note, and I have been doing that work.
Okay. You written it for like your office work or for today, for this
Not
session?
for today, for my reference, I was writing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. So have you been able to look at any videos online, get any clarity on that subject?
Yes, after your video, I searched that video in my mobile and I got some 2 to 3 videos, but I was not satisfied with that video. They
Okay.
used it just not fully, just 2 or 3 sentences. They used past perfect and past perfect continuous, but that too intentionally. Without
Okay.
practical, they meant to use it, so they have used that in that video.
Okay.
So
Are you
I
talking about the Clapingo videos?
no, not clapping videos, some YouTube videos, other
Okay.
YouTube videos.
Okay.
So I have to
Okay.
search. Okay. So instead of
All right.
searching, thought of writing some examples, some exercises by using the loop, like by using the sequence after getting up, and what can we do by using past perfect and past perfect tense, continuous tense. So I was writing just 50 sentences from that.
Okay. So let's do one thing. You keep doing your research, keep finding ways to fix this or try to understand it clearly. Okay. And next session, I'll ask you again and you can let me know. If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you. Okay.
Sure.
Awesome. I think you also had the issue with this G and the J.
G and J.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we talk about this?
No,
No? You were saying Xenius?
no. I
No?
was
Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm mixing up learners. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So this was the only issue we had discussed in detail, right? The tenses.
tenses, and
Awesome.
you asked me to narrate a movie. I narrate.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that exercise. Okay. So you've been, have you been practicing this out loud, talking, narrating movies, or like sharing stories with your friends or family members?
You don't even you don't believe or not. I have been doing that alone for the past 2 days, and I have written the script on my note, and I was doing practicing that movie.
That's good. That's good. So don't practice on one movie. So like let's say you pick a movie that we spoke about, right? It's not that you want to perfect that paragraph because you have to present it somewhere. It's not an interview, it's not an introduction, it's not something that you have to learn that will help you in the future. So what I would recommend is you keep finding different movies and keep doing these exercises once a day. So today let's talk about Lagan, the movie, right? So you'll give a summary. Maybe once or twice you try saying it, record yourself by doing it, and then you move on to the next movie. The next day you move on to a different movie because we're not practicing that movie's summary. We're just practicing speaking. We're practicing how we can use words, how we can control our speed, how we can use the correct tense, how we have to talk in third person. The actor was willing to sacrifice his life for that cause for somebody, right? So remember that the practice is more important than perfecting the paragraph. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
awesome. So Malakshmi, do you want to talk about something today? Any specific topic?
Is not specific topic. I would like to know how do you manage your time. how you are giving the importance for your time? How do you prioritize your time?
Well, um, I was recently dealing with some health issues. So it became very obvious that I need to focus on my sleep. I need to focus on my eating habits, my exercise, like not exercise, but stretching, basic stretching, right? So what I do generally is now when I wake up, I'll have a black coffee, just coffee and some honey, a little bit, and I'll have a bath, I'll do a little meditation, right? Now, once I'm done with all these things, I take my meds as well before I meditate, okay? Whatever medication I need to take. Then my schedule opens up. Like I have a lot of time in the day to do these things. So either I'll spend the first 2, 3 hours doing research depending on what is time sensitive. So let's say so I'll give you an example. Okay. I'm planning a trip with my friends, people who live in my society, and we were not sure which country we want to visit. Okay. So we have 6 or 7 options, and I was told to research two of the options. One was Georgia, the country, and one was, I think, China. I'll have to check again. I'm not sure. China or Turkey, one of them, right? So because that task was given to me Wednesday night, today's Friday, right? So yeah, Wednesday night, I know I have to finish it before Sunday because I know Sunday evening we are meeting again, right? So for me, it becomes about priority. Like let's say you and I are taking a session. So Friday morning I'll wake up and I'll think, okay, I have a session with Mahalakshmi today, but I also have to submit my research on Sunday to my friends. So I know that the session will come first because the session is today, at 4 o'clock in the evening. So I'll wake up and by 12 o'clock when I'm done with all my stuff, all my, having a shower and breakfast and everything. And then I will focus on your research. Once I'm done with that, then I'll move on to either researching for the country, or if I know I have to apply for a job, then I'll research for the job, or what new jobs have been posted this week, or what courses are available online for free that I can take to add to my resume, right? So it has to do a lot with priority, but science says that you can only mentally focus on something for about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. So what I try to do is I try to keep the tasks in slots. Okay. So what I'll do is, let's say my day starts at 11 in the morning, right? So 11 to 11:45, I'll have a task, and then 11:45 to 12, I'll relax. I'll cuddle with my dog. I'll go get something to drink. I'll have a snack. I'll go talk to mom, right? Then again, 12 to 12:45, I'll do a task. Again, another 15 minutes, I'll take a break, right? So it depends on how much time you have for a certain task, what your priorities are, right? How much energy or time you have for the day. Because it's possible that maybe at 5 o'clock in the evening, somebody has to go for a wedding, somebody has to go for an interview, somebody has to go to a doctor, right? So you only have 5 hours. So maybe you can't do 15-minute breaks. So what you can do is you can do a task for 2 hours and then take a 20-minute break or a half an hour break, right? So time management, there are lots of books out there for time management, by the way. So anything that somebody asks me in these sessions, I keep telling them, I can have a conversation with you on this, but after we are done talking about this, I highly recommend you go to YouTube and find a video that has like 10 million views, 20 million views, right? Because those are methods that are commonly used for people in terms of time management, people who are very productive, people who have so many things to do that they don't even have time to eat. They really use these methods, right? There's another method, the 45-minute one that I was telling you right now. I think it is called the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique, which in Spanish translates to tomato, right? So tomato or something. I think tomato. I don't remember. Right. So basically, it started because back in the day, people used to have these clocks. In ovens, they didn't have a timer, so they had to put personal clocks. And when the alarm rang, they had to remove something from the oven. So they used to have these clocks that were like tomatoes. So they used to be called Pomodoro clocks. Okay. I'm gonna type it just so you know what the spelling is. Again, you can Google this, you'll be able to get it, okay? Pomodoro, Pomodoro, right? So it's called a Pomodoro technique. I'm not sure if it's 45 minutes and 15 minutes. Maybe the time period is different, but the logic is the same, that you can only focus for so much time. Then you take a break and then you focus and then you take a break. So what it says is that your focus is always high. Because what happens is after a while, when your focus is high, after an hour, you start getting sleepy, you start getting bored. So your focus goes down, your productivity goes down. So right before it goes down, take a break and then go
Oh,
back to it again. There's a whole graph that they were showing. I can't maybe show it to you right now like
yes,
this.
yes.
But yeah, again, you can research these techniques. Do you feel like you have a lot of things to do and you don't have time?
No,
Okay,
no,
so how
not
come
like
you
that.
ask this question suddenly?
Because everyone is asking me, how do you manage your time management? So I would like to ask you, because you have multiple classes, you will have, right? So how do you manage your classes from your daily chores, and you do have some things to do on your own? So you have to balance everything. You have to give importance to everything. So I thought of asking this to you. See, I
Right.
am doing nothing. I am at home doing my household chores, even though I have to manage so many things. But you are doing multiple tasks, so I thought of asking it to you.
Right. So initially, I used to work for Clapingo and then I used to take sessions at Clapingo. So at that time, I was incredibly busy. I didn't have time. But now I'm not working at Clapingo. I'm just here as a tutor. Okay. So this is
Okay.
like a freelance secondary job. It's not a full-time job. So at the moment, I'm getting around 4 or 5 sessions in a day. So I'm not busy. Honestly, right now, I'm not busy. I'm usually doing my research work. I'm watching a movie. I'm catching up with my friends online. So at the moment, I don't need time management. But earlier, when I was working for Clapingo, we had a lot of things to do. We had a lot of new um, uh, syllabuses or like things, basically
Mm.
tasks to complete with different teams. Like whether it's editing a video for YouTube, I had to give instructions to the editors on how to get it done. What is the vision of the video? Whether it's training with the tutors, so scheduling a time with them, coordinating with them, getting attendance. So at that time, I used to use this technique, and
Mm.
I used to take a break every 45 minutes or an hour, or 15-minute break.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay.
Do you have any system that you use for time management?
Yes, now I have started my YouTube channel, and I have been getting lots and lots of emails regarding that, and they are asking me to have a conversation with them. So now it's new for me. So I have to manage and everything, and I have to what to say, allot time for that conversation. Have to edit, have to post, and have to monitor that. Have to see the improvement and what steps I have to do further. And along with that, I have to do my household chores, taking care of my kids. Have to
Right.
concentrate their studies and everything. So I'm doing it now. So let us see. After going to my matrimonial house, I don't know how things will happen. That time I believe that I'll have some solid amount of time for my YouTube purpose. Now I have been with my kids since
Okay.
it's a holiday. It's been a holiday for them. So after once they are going to school, I'll find some time.
Right. I was just gonna ask you, why do you feel like there is more time? But now I realize the summer vacations are on. And once they
Yes,
start going to school, you're going to get that 6, 7 hours period
yes,
where you can get things done. Yeah, makes sense.
yes. And one more thing, I usually ask this: if you have two tasks, one is difficult task and one is easiest task, which one would you prefer?
The difficult one first. Well,
Why?
there are different ways to see. So if the simple task is 4, 5 minutes and the difficult task is 4, 5 hours, then the simple task, because
Okay.
get it done. If I have to send it to somebody else, then get it done quickly, right? Or maybe if I'm just having a snack outside, right? So while I'm eating, if I can just send a text, send a phone number, send an email from the phone, maybe I'll do it quickly. But if let's say in the whole day I'm working and there are two tasks. One is just to import some contacts from, let's say, a Facebook ad or a website that we've used. And the difficult task is to create a whole plan for training 1,000 people, right? Then I would have to see what is more uh, closer to the deadline. So if the simple task I can finish in 3, 4 days, then I will do that. Then I will relax. I'll finish the difficult task first, right? But if the simple task is something that my boss, when we were on a call, he said, "Acha, just make sure you send me, Mahalakshmi's email address so we can send her some promotion," right? It's a simple task. I can just open my whatever to find your email and then forward it on WhatsApp. Then I'll send it simply. But mostly when it comes to, I'll give you an example for learning. Okay. In learning, if there are two different topics, one is relatively easy, I would not say very easy. Okay. And one is incredibly difficult. I would pick the difficult one first because for me personally, finishing with the difficult task gives me that idea that yeah, I can understand difficult things and I'll have that sense of, wow, I finished this difficult task. So the easy task is nothing, right? Plus, if it takes me 2 hours to finish a difficult task, then the 20 minutes is not that big of a deal. But if I finish 20 minutes and then I start doing the 2 hour task, I'm going to feel like, oh my God, this is never ending. This is taking so long. So for me, mentally, that is what goes on in my mind. It feels like a bigger deal to do a bigger task second. I want to do the smaller task second, because after finishing 2 hours, I can be like, oh yeah, I just need 20 more minutes. I'll finish this quickly. But if I start with 20 minutes and then do 2 hours, I'm gonna get
So after
scared.
finishing 2 hours, don't you feel stuck or don't you feel that somewhat tired? So even I have to finish this thing, and don't you get stuck?
I mean, yes, there is a small thing that I have to I'm still not done even after doing so much, right? But there are two good things about it. Firstly, I'm happy that I finished it, so I'm
Difficult
motivated.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. The 2 hours. Yeah. I'm feeling like I've been productive, so I can continue now. Secondly, I don't just do the task directly after the 2 hour one. I take a break and then I do the 20-minute task. So when I take a break, I usually move around, I walk, or I'm going to the kitchen, I'm walking to the bed and I'm playing with my dog a little bit. So that physical movement sort of resets my mind mentally, so I can start that task again.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Mahalakshmi, I forgot to tell you, but I think we've run out of time.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, lovely to talk to you. Uh, you said you were going back home on Monday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday. So are you planning to take sessions when you get back home?
Yes, of course.
Lovely. So hopefully I'll see you after Monday then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Take
Keep
care.
practicing. Keep practicing those passages that I told you. You can make videos of summarizing movies. Okay,
Yes.
don't forget that.
I'm going to do solo video by narrating this story. I have done
Yeah,
it. I have to edit it and I will post it soon.
definitely. Have fun, do that. Maybe
Yes.
you can also make a video on how people can do it for themselves,
Mm.
like a guide on how to do it. Okay.
And thank you so much for that. And you only made me to do that.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Also remember, um, do the research about the time management techniques, and
Mm.
maybe you can make a video on that as well. Okay,
Okay. Thank you so much. We have covered
no
so many
problem.
topics, I guess.
Yes, it's always fun to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend.